Hello, we are going to go ahead and get started. We will be waiting for more people to join for a little bit. And while we do that, I am going to share some information with you all about today's presentation, as well as some information on the SBDC. My name is Alexis Fox, and I'm the Marketing and Training Manager here at the SBDC at FIU. And today we have a really great webinar hosted and led by Adriana Matrinan. She is one of our expert consultants here at the SBDC. She works specifically with business model, strategic planning, and innovation, which you'll get to hear more about during her presentation. So today's topic is focused on restaurant. If you are in the chat, please put your business name and what kind of food service or restaurant service that you do as well. Adriana is really, really good at making things very applicable to your business and making things very easy to understand so that you're able to take the things that you learned today and apply them in real time to what's happening in your business. So please utilize the Q&A function, the Q&A function in order to put the name of your business and the type of food service or restaurant service that you're in. Also, if you have any questions during this presentation, please feel free to write that in the Q&A section as well. As I mentioned, we are part of the SBDC network here in Florida, and I'm going to play a small video to let you all know a little bit about who we are and what we do, and we'll share some resources and links with you in the chat.
At Florida SBDC at FIU Business, our mission is simple: to help Miami-Dade and Keys businesses grow and succeed. Our consulting, training, and information services make it easier for local businesses to reach their potential. Whether you're currently in business or just starting out, Florida SBDC at FIU has the right tools, resources, and expertise to help you succeed. Visit us online or give us a call to connect with one of our business specialists today.
Okay, so as you can see, we do offer a wide variety of services under different business topics and subjects that you may need on your entrepreneurial journey. Again, the main thing we offer is consulting. It's access to different consultants at different levels of expertise that can help you with different areas of your business, such as Adriana. If you are interested in more information or want to request consultation for your business, please visit our website, sbdc.fiu.edu, and you can fill out the request for consultation form there. You can also get access to all of our upcoming events on our website. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to your facilitator for the day, Adriana.
Thank you. Nice to see you all, and thank you, Alexis, for this invitation to be here today. Like Alexis said, I'm one of the consultants that work for the SBDC and can always help you if you need any help with your business model, your innovation, or to grow your business. Wanda, you have a question. If you want, since we're a small group, please start. Please type your question on the Q&A so Alexis can help me. While you type the question, I want to give a special thanks to Brian Van Cook, our director, and many of the consultants that have given me input to this presentation. At the end, you will receive like a link where a lot of information is coming, not only about this presentation, what you're having, some exercises, and some other webinars you can watch as you want, okay? Alexis, if you see there is any questions, please interrupt me and I will be answering the questions, okay? Okay. So this is a 1-hour presentation. Please, anything you need to write in the Q&A, and at the end, you will receive really the document that I have put together. You can download, you can use all the links. I think it could be very interesting for you. So today we're going to look at today's challenges for food businesses, what to expect in 2026, why we need to act now, and what is driving these changes, and how we can have strategies to go there. So for this case, I will use, this is a non-existent, I mean, I created this company, it even has a website, it's called the Flourless Haven. So the Flourless Haven, what is happening with them right now is that they have lost 40% sales and they don't know why. And I think like many of you, because I've worked with a lot of businesses lately, they have reported that the summer was very tough, especially food and beverages business. Because definitely the summer, the population changed, it was different. So the creator of Flourless Haven is Emily. I want you to meet Emily Parker. And she's a culinary artist. She was diagnosed with gluten sensitivity, and since then she decided to create a bakery focused in gluten-free products. And I'm using this case because sometimes it's difficult to reimagine where to go when we are thinking about innovation and strategy. So that's the reason I'm using the case. But at the end, you will have the exercise for you to do what Emily did, okay? So the reality today, and I'm sure you feel it, and you can put thumbs up if that's something that you see, is that the high rising cost in Miami-Dade and South Florida, rent, wages, food inflation, labor shortage and turnover, market saturation. There are many competitors doing similar products or services. The tourism really changed. During the summer, we didn't have all the tourists that we used to have, maybe from Latin America. We don't know how it's going to be the winter season, if all the snowbirds are coming or not. So that's really changing. But at the same time, clients are changing. They want more value-driven solutions, and technology is changing a lot, okay? But interestingly enough, what I want you to think about the next 3 months that are coming and 2026. So even though all these things are changing, there are amazing opportunities in South Florida coming. So even though, as I say, that to be to be focused on the tourists is a risk because it's changing and we don't know what is going to happen. However, there are many corporations moving into Florida, especially in Miami-Dade. So it's changing the demands. Maybe you were serving tourists or people that live in the area, but it's changing to new corporations coming in, bringing more employees. People are going back to work, and that changes how we should do things. So we also need to go back and review who are our clients. In addition, 2026 is going to have the most amazing sports events and events in general. So this is going to move a lot of traffic and a lot of people coming in, tourists for these events. So it's very important that you are very aware that everything that is coming, the World Cup, the NHL Winter Classic, the College Football National Championship, the World Basketball Classic, the Grand Prix, the PGA is coming back to Doral next year. So are you ready? Because it doesn't matter where you are, you can find a way to impact and connect to this new movement that is happening. And the other thing is, if your business is not changing in this time that everything is moving, your competitors are. So it's very important that you do it. So where to start? Yeah, because I'm telling you all these things, but where do I start? So I love this graph because I want you to understand that your business has clients, they have needs, and you offer a value proposition. It could be a restaurant, a consulting for food, business services, whatever you do in the business area, coffee shop, pokeball, food truck. So you have clients and you have a solution, okay? But also you have suppliers. So your business is everything that is inside the red line. But what is happening now, and why I want you to put attention, and honestly, I'm so pleased you're here today, is because the market is changing. You know, less tourism in some ways, less traditional tourism as we have seen, but more corporations moving in, more changes, a lot of events. Regulatory changes are affecting the way we hire people or the type of employees we had. The economy is in a moment that we don't know. It's a little bit uncertain, and especially in Miami-Dade, rents are super high. Socially, well, people are learning to do new things and are thinking differently. So imagine when we went into the pandemic, everybody was afraid of Zoom. But in a week, we had to learn how to use Zoom, connect with Zoom. So it's changing. When people feel the fear to use certain tools, they start liking using those tools, and their behavior change. Industries are changing drastically. Because at the end, from now to 2030, what is very important is we are relevant. So a business to be successful has to be relevant and unique. For the last few years, with the exception of the pandemic, we have been working a lot to be unique. What makes me different from my competitors, and that if I'm already relevant. And food businesses, people like food, so that makes them already relevant. But now it's changing. We need to be relevant to the new environment and the new technology. So what I want you to do, and I'm gonna go back here, and I have an exercise at the end. Go to, if you like Google, use Google. If you like AI, go to AI and ask, using official sources, tell me how the population, demographics and psychographics, economy, everything, all these things, the market, regulatory, social, is changing in my zip code or the area that you cover for 2026. As that is official sources, I recommend to use Google. That will be looking into reports of the future. If you go to AI, maybe AI may not have the latest information. So it will give you a lot of documents that you need to start looking into, because a lot of things are changing. So because it's changing, and once we do that analysis, I really want you to think on 5 strategies. First, redefine who you serve. I already said to you that it is changing so much, the type of audience we were used to serve. Less tourism, maybe from Latin America in the summer. We don't know what is going to happen with the snowbirds, but a lot of corporations are moving. So once you do that search, you can do like Emily, what she found, and find the insights, those things that really call your attention that you think will impact. So in the case of Emily, Flowerless Heaven is located in Wynwood. So when she did the search, she found that 3 prominent companies are moving to Wynwood: Amazon, Claire Group, that is a startup, and Waits and Luxembourg, that is a law firm. So that's moving a lot of people. Imagine, especially Amazon, the volume of people that is moving in the area. So I want you all to do is to start thinking, what are short-term actions I can do easily, and what are long-term actions? So in her case, the first action, she's going to review the schedule. Because if there are more people going to offices, she needs to have a better service early for breakfast. She needs to have quick and simple solutions for anybody that wants a coffee with something. She will need to incorporate probably more coffee and have the portions for, breakfast, snacks, lunch, and maybe an afternoon coffee. That's something she needs to start thinking. Also, a variety of packages for offices. So how are those concepts of gluten-free snacks, boxes, even trays, all of that? She also needs to walk around and review the competitors. What are they offering? Because at the end, you're fighting for the same audience. So what are they doing? How can I be different from them? In the midterm, she could start securing some long-term catering contracts with bigger companies, or with the wellness programs of those offices, since people are going back to the office, and then create more immersive experiences, like gluten-free tasting nights, bakery pop-ups, live demonstrations with the community. Community is going to become a key driver for the future. Remember that we are getting a lot of new things technologically and through all the digital views, but as human beings, we want to connect. So going to a restaurant, for instance, or going to a food truck, it will be not only because the food is good, but what experience do I get from there? How is it is a good point to meet with friends? Do I meet new people? What is the energy that you drive beyond the food? Develop brand collaborations with maybe other coffee shops that don't have gluten-free products that will benefit from having them, okay? The next part, once you have understood your new client, your new audience, how they are behaving, is key to optimize costs. Because we need to know where to find the money to move from there. On the last document that I will show you, that you will get access to, you will have a lot of links where you can review your cash flow and other financial information from the SBA that is super useful. So once you want to review costs, let's see what happened with Emily. She reviewed her costs, she did more research, and she found another new insight. The increasing cost of labor, rent, and ingredients required that she optimize operations and pricing strategies. So she started working, and in the links that I'm giving you, there is a lot about pricing. The short-term actions that she realized is she want to review the restaurant finances and cash flow. She, for instance, is connected with QuickBooks. And with QuickBooks, she can really download the reports that QuickBooks already has, like best and worst selling products. And she can start understanding a lot of information. She can, my recommendation, pay for AI, go to the settings, move the button that says that you are not sharing your information with the rest of the world. There is a little button when you pay that allows you in the settings to close that you are sharing that data. And whenever you put the numbers, delete the name of your company, just leave it, the data. But it can help you. What are the products that are selling better? Which days are you selling better? Download as many reports. The beauty of the food businesses is that you have a point of sale, something. Even if it's a Square, QuickBooks, whatever you have, it has a lot of reports. Use those reports to teach you how to do it better. Now with AI, AI can help you get insights, even from your own data. She will need to negotiate with suppliers of gluten-free flours and superfood ingredients because she's trying to reduce cost. And she want to really start reducing waste. So she's going to do more efficient portion control, baking schedules, inventory management. And also with the inventory management, she's going to put the list of ingredients she has left, and she's going to ask AI to give ideas of new recipes with the ingredients she's having left. Finally, she's going to look for the 80-20 rule or 20-80 rule, whatever you want to call it. What that means is that usually you make 80% of the revenue with 20% of your products. It is fundamental that you go back and analyze what are those 20% products that make the 80% of your business, so you can buy better. You don't maybe create new recipes. I have had a lot of restaurants doing this exercise, and I remember one guy, for 2 years I told him, and one day he called me and said, you know what, I did the analysis, and I realized that my audience mainly eats chicken, very rare beef, and definitely no pork. So I'm going to stop buying pork only, or I will only make, I think the only thing he was going to make was this, you know, the shredded pork for a sandwich. That's it. But he cleaned up the recipes, and with he analyzed where were the ingredients used on that, those 20 products, and found what else he could do with the same ingredients. So then the negotiation with suppliers was even better. For the midterm actions, she's going to invest in energy efficient ovens and storage, introduce a more dynamic pricing for peak times, And if you have a POS system, you can download already that data to start understanding how to do it. But if you learn, you know, this is a price for lunch, but for dinner, it could be this price, or for breakfast, how you do it. And build supplier partnership, maybe with local farmers, to have certain supplies at a better price and more stable pricing. So I have split every strategy with short-term, that is simple actions you can start taking, and then mid-term actions. You don't need to copy Emily's action. You just need to find your insight and apply it. Okay. Then embrace technology. Yeah, we hear AI everywhere. AI everywhere. So what do we do with this? So Emily also noticed that as more employees return, so remember, find the insight. It's not about changing everything with AI because everybody's doing it. It's how it makes sense. What is your strategy behind it? AI is like getting a better pen to draw. It doesn't mean that you're gonna be better if you do everything with AI. It will work if you do something that will add value. I always like to tell this story. I studied industrial design. Industrial design is when you design anything, from a plane for a nail for the hang pictures, or yeah. So when I'm old, and I lived in Colombia, and I studied industrial design in Colombia, so we really got these amazing computers to draw online our designs the last year. To my surprise, some of my classmates that were considered good but not excellent, that the drawings weren't that good, maybe they weren't that good to communicate. Once they got these computers where they could really draw what they had in their minds, they were able to express much better what they were doing, and they became really good designers. So this is what is happening with AI, is how we use it to elevate our skills, our brain skills. But it's not doing it for the sake of doing it is not going to generate any impact. In fact, may cost you. So it's important that you understand that. So Emily realized that employees are returning to their offices, so there is a growing demand of faster service. So how can she do it so they come pick up, you know, like Starbucks? You order, you leave. Initially, she doesn't have the money to do that. So she's going to add some QR menus and mobile ordering so people can go very quickly to order. Use delivery apps or optimize packaging for health and optimize the packaging for health conscious consumers. She wants to start making some loyalty programs, because definitely the ones that definitely don't eat gluten could become really loyal clients because they need this type of products. Also, she's going to use, again, the AI to track the point of sale data to really understand if she can dig something else. In the midterm, she will build a direct ordering app with customization for keto, vegan, paleo, use predictive analytics for ingredients inventory, and explore automatic kitchen equipment to improve all of that. So there is room to do better. There are a lot of restaurants. I was in a conference for Sergio's, you know, that Cuban restaurant, and how they have been changing the front of the kitchen service and also the back of the kitchen services. There was also in that panel at FIU a bakery, and her focus has been on improving the back of the kitchen with making very good use of ingredients and recipes. So that was very interesting. Once we have reviewed who's our new clientele, optimize cost, get the technology, now we are ready to really, like everything, we have a client, the client has a need, and we bring a solution. So what is the menu and the experience we're giving? As I mentioned to you, now in the future, we're gonna be in a restaurant because we not only the food, but what is the experience? If I'm paying, it's because I can get a lot. I don't think I'm not sure if I already gave you this example at the beginning of the presentation, but when we had the pandemic, all the restaurants put everything in these paper bags, and we will receive it at home very like soggy and That wasn't a good experience. But the only one that really, I think, hit the nail was, or one of the ones, was Chipotle. What Chipotle understood in the first 48 hours of the pandemic, it wasn't about the packaging, it wasn't about the food, it was because everybody was in their own house. So what they decided is through digital channels, they started to create experiences, concerts, yoga classes, exercise classes. So they created this branding that connected with the clients. It elevated their branding experience and the connection. Because imagine if I connect to an online thing that is talking about my brand and people are listening. So the numbers went to the roof for followers, for connections, for experience, and definitely the connection and the care. Why should I care about this company? Because they care about me. So what is the experience we're bringing to the table? So in the case of Emily, once again, this is Emily, but the thing you need to do is find your insight. What is something calling your attention that is going to happen in the next 3 months and a year for 2026 that you can start working on it? And if you are able to visualize even further, you need to evolve, because now, from now till 2030, we need to evolve constantly. So she realized that mega events in South Florida will draw young professionals, tourists, and that will significantly increase demand for gluten-free and healthy-oriented products. So in the short term, she decides she's going to create like a products that, like become like the place to visit, that to be in the map of, this is a cool place. If I go to Miami, this is a place I want to go. So she's going to start introducing seasonal gluten-free treats with Latin flavors like, Latin, Caribbean, Mediterranean treats, something that makes it very unique. Build a signature collection, maybe with products that we eat in Miami that we may not eat in other places, like coconut mango cake, guava almond tart, something very unique. And highlight Miami heritage in the menu, so she can really become a destination. So that's to design a menu with purpose. What do I want of this menu? It's not only because these are my best dishes, but what do I want the clients to go and spread the word? What do I want them to say? So she's aware that a lot of these events are coming. So she wants to expand in the concept of the grab and go healthy snacks, also in the long midterm for airports, hotels, and events, and position on the Go gluten-free brand for major events that we know there are going to be so many. And like me, that I'm sensitive to gluten, and maybe that's why I put this case together. When I go to these events, yeah, I can get the fries, but there are many things I cannot eat. So what can they get? Finally, the fifth strategy is to optimize your channels, your communication channels, and make sure your value is really driven through the channels, is really communicated. So her insight was Winwood buyers choose eco-friendly products, but that are authentic, artistic, and culturally relevant, not just marketed as green. And this is an insight that if you go, for instance, to AI tools like Perplexity, and you say, please only use the official sources, tell me the composition, the population, and marital status, for instance, it will give you how many families have, like in this case, 60% family household and 40% singles. But you can also ask AI, tell me what is the perception of eco-friendly products. They will tell you. But in this case, the definition is, okay, we believe in this, but not a simple paper bag. We live in Winwood. We're cooler than that. We're very cool, so we don't want that. So she decided to create Eco Pub at Winwood Walk Art, a limited packaging collab with local muralists, so she can bring all these designs, maybe even more biodegradable, recyclable. This made me think, in Colombia there is a company that makes cakes. It's called Cascabel, like the snake that has a rattlesnake. It will be rattlesnake in Spanish. And they have these boxes painted by artists. So everybody loves the boxes, not only to receive the cake, but to receive the cake because of the box, and they will keep the boxes and people will collect the boxes. So how that's a different concept. Also, she needs to prepare packaging for family assortments, but also single packages. If a population in Wheatwood, 40%, I think it's 39.2 or something like that, really are singles. Am I really providing the service for single people? Am I really aware of my clientele? And then in the midterm action, maybe launch subscription boxes. Remember, gluten-free people will need to eat gluten-free every day if they really need it. For free gluten-free essentials or monthly dessert kits, all of that. Maybe if she expands, she could start thinking about ghost kitchens and delivering from different locations to different neighborhoods. And then position Flourless Haven, the Flourless Haven as a sustainability first gluten-free brand through marketing. But everything, it has to have a purpose. That's why we need to go deeper, search who are our clients, how we're gonna find them, what are the insights driving these changes, and how I'm adapting. Because my competitors, either they are doing it, and if they're not gonna do it, I'm better off. That's what I need to do right now. One question that I receive a lot right now is, what do I need to do? And this is what we need to do, go back to basics. So what actions can you take right now? And I want all of you to scan this QR code. I'm gonna show you in a minute. So just scan the QR code. I'm gonna show you what is inside, but make sure, and I know Alexis, they're gonna, and Andres are gonna put the link for you if you need it. So it will take you to like a website. So let me show you the place that you are getting. I will give you the code again in a second. So it will take you to, wait 1 second. No, I wanna make sure you see it complete. Give me 1 second. So it will take you to this page. I have put everything together. This page has the whole information of the presentation and a lot of exercises. So practical strategies for small restaurant and owners and uncertain times. 5 actions to strengthen your restaurant. I really want to take this prompt, fill out the spaces that are in the brackets. This is just informing the format that I want. So I'm asking, provide key 2026 trends in this case will be Wynwood, Florida, if I have the zip codes that I'm attending even more, based on demographic, psychographic, economic, family composition, and industry. Insert your industry. So Emily was a bakery. So the shifts on those areas. Include facts, statistics, and insights from official sources. Example, I want the US Census Bureau, the labor statistic, local government reports. So you don't need to change this. This is information we're giving. Highlight potential client segments in the area and relevant local events in 2026. Finally, identify business opportunities for a bakery, that was my case, in 2025 and 2026, and explain why these opportunities matter given the data, okay? If you like AI, use it with AI. If you put it in Google, it will also give you an amazing response. One thing that I want to be clear, you may need to do it for your zip code and even for a surrounding area, because you may be in a little market, but you are already impacted. So you may also do it for Miami as a general if you're in Miami, or Broward if you are in Broward, okay? And then from that, it starts taking you, understand the new business environment, and it takes you to question, what external shifts affect my business today? So now with this, you can start seeing that. How have customers' expectations changed? What new risks and opportunities are emerging? Redefine your customers. Who's my most profitable customer segment right now? These questions will guide you what you need to think. Am I serving who I want or just who shows up? What new groups could I attract? Optimize cost. So without sacrificing quality, which expenses don't add value to the customer experience? Can I renegotiate with suppliers or redesign my menu? How do I measure saving without lowering standards? You may know the answers, and I recommend that you answer this first before you go to AI to answer for you. It will give you a generic answer. Try to answer yourself first. Once you do it, if you click here, it will take you to an additional page that is talking about a lot of pricing. And it has a lot of links to the SBA. So you can go to pricing, more pricing, examples, cash flow, how to manage it, and a lot of other very important links that will help you with recipes, calculate gross profit, a lot of good information, okay? When you end this page, you can always go back here to your original page. Then embrace technology, and then what tasks can I automate to save time? Which digital tools do my customers expect? How can tech give me real-time visibility on numbers? Then you may know the answers, try to answer if not. And I'm not gonna click here, but this will take you to an article with all the latest trends on restaurants. Finally, innovate your menu experience and omni-channel. I put the two last one in one section. Which menu items excite customers most and which ones can go? How can I make dining an experience, not just a meal? And am I consistent across in-store, online, and delivery channels? And I have put at the end two very good presentations. They are more related to marketing from restaurants. So 5 tips to make your restaurant social media more appetizing and win more customers, how to brand your food business, okay? But of course, you may wanna do this and if you don't get a little bit inspired, which I hope you do, I hope you do this exercise on your own first. And then when you have done it, if you wanna get even more ideas, what I have done is I have put you examples here. So short-term actions, what can you do for define who you serve? Mid-term action. So everyone you open are the same strategies, but you can open them and see more details, okay? If you click in the little triangle, you will be able to open them. So I'm gonna close them. But this is what you will see, okay? So this should be able to help you and really implement the next 3 years, so 4 years. Think that 2030 is in around the corner. So to get ready, we will have to really move and be really strategic in the upcoming months. So I really want you to go ahead and think about it. What are you gonna do? Let me finish the presentation so you can ask me questions. So again, I hope you already have the QR code. If not, let me know and I leave it at the end. Why is not moving my presentation? Why? Okay, let me go this way. So remember, the opportunity, there's a lot of volatility right now, but there are huge opportunities. South Florida will see massive shifts in costs, consumer behavior, and tourism. But 2026 is bringing once in a decade opportunity for global events. Restaurants that adapt early will lead, not lag. That's interesting. Questions? Please let me know in the Q&A section. Any question? How can I help you? Was it inspiring? Did it give you new ideas? Okay? Okay, so I will continue. Meanwhile, if you think and you type any question that you have. Please, your feedback is very important about this, presentation. I will really appreciate it. Jocelyn, no question. Thank you, Jocelyn. I hope, please go to AI. There is a tool, there is an AI called perplexity.ai. It uses official sources. That's a very good thing to understand your new clientele. Please do that. That's the starting point. You may be losing clients because you don't know what is in your surroundings. I've been doing, believe it or not, that with many clients lately. So that's the starting point. Hello, Al, how are you? Thank you for being in the webinar. I hope this helps you a lot. I know you help many restaurants too, so I hope you can do it. Let me show you where to look at Perplexity to make your life easy. So let me go back. Let me close here. Let me open here. So let me see, what am I sharing? Let me share again and I'll show you. So you don't need to pay the pro, okay? But if you go to Perplexity, Perplexity really curates AI data. So for instance, if we use the prompt that I gave you, I will show you what happens. So if you copy the prompt that I gave you, and I don't remember, Jocelyn, you have the balls, I don't know, is it the coffee shop? I don't remember who was the coffee shop. One of you was a coffee shop. So let's assume, so I'm talking to, let's say Wynwood, Wynwood, Florida, and I have a coffee shop. Coffee shop. And then again here, that is the other one I need to change, coffee shop. And I get the data. It will gather all the information. Remember that the prompt says official sources. So key trends in Wynwood for 2026 reflect a dynamic demographic growth, evolving psychographic economic. So here is the, okay. Demographic shifts. It tells you how many people are coming, what is projected to come, the median age, what do they do, the households. The beauty is that if you click here, it shows you the sources, okay? How many people? 2 people, 47 reporting families in the other one with children under 18. 60% with families, but 47 with children under 18. And it goes in details: consumer trends, economic outlook, family composition, relevant local events, potential client segments. It gives you idea, coffee shop business opportunities, and it gives you a lot of ideas already. And you can start, it will give you more options here to continue working. Be careful not to work backwards in data. So always be focused that you want look 2026. So when we're thinking towards the future, you need to put the date, okay? So let me go back to the final slides of the presentation. But please, any way we can help you, we are here for you. And I will be super happy to guide you in anything you need. Like me, there are many other consultants that can definitely help you in many ways. Let me share again. So please follow us in social media. That's where we share a lot of information of events we're having. And thank you very much for being with me today. Anything you need, Alexis can help you. Please contact us, use our service. They are free for you. So we'd love to see you again. Thank you, Alexis.
Thank you so much, Adriana. Again, this was a wonderful presentation. You all will receive this presentation via email, as well as the resources that Adriana shared with you today on the webinar. Before you go, I would like you all to please take a quiz. We really appreciate your feedback. We need to know how we're doing. And if you find these kind of webinars impactful and you want to see more topics like this, or you're interested in other areas of improvement for your business, this is the best way for us to know what's working and what's not working. So if you can take a moment before you log out, it is only 5 questions. Please take the poll. If you have the chance to do it, I really appreciate that. Again, this is the way that we're able to make sure that we're bringing you information that's actually impactful to your business, okay? So again, Adriana's presentation and all of the resources, including Notion and Perplexity, will be available to you via email within the coming days. So please look out for an email from us. If you are interested in taking any other webinars, please make sure that you are subscribed to our newsletter. That is where we send out the information twice a month on our upcoming events and other resources and opportunities that we have for you all. If you are not yet a client with the SBDC, but are interested in becoming one, please make sure that you register with us at the link that was provided in the chat. We will also send the information for that to you as well.
Thank you, Alexis. Thank you so much. And see you all soon. Thank you.
See you soon. Have a good one. If you've completed the poll, please feel free to exit. Okay. Okay. All right. We're good.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Did
Thank
you
you.
like it?
Yes, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you, Andres.
Very good.
Thank you, Andresa. Great job in the chat.
Yeah, sorry we didn't have more people, but anyway, it helped.
Okay, we'll send the follow-up email to the participants that weren't able to see if it was a time thing. I
If
think
they say yes, I'm okay to repeat it another time.
that's what I was gonna say. I think we should do it again. Would you prefer to do another webinar or would you want to do it in person?
No, let's do webinar.
Okay, just making sure.
Because with Notion is easier, but the time
Different time.
either very early for them
Yeah.
or very or late.
Okay, so then Andresa, I'm gonna come over there to you and we'll talk about what we can put in the form so that
So
we can
either 9 a.m.
yeah.
or 3 p.m. I
Okay.
mean, usually 3 p.m. is a good time. They have finished serving lunch. There is no dinner time yet. That's a good time.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Adriana.
You're welcome.
I'll talk to you
Bye.
later. Okay, bye-bye.